Tanveer Siam, Mohammad Abdullah, the youngster, and Rocky Bull Hassan, the player of the match from the previous fixture. Again, someone who has done really well. And there is that man, number 17, Amirul Islam, the leading goal scorer with 12 goals, notched up 4 goals in the previous game. There's Mohammad Rahman as well. It's a solid team. And our esteemed dignitaries as well, Thiru Parnivel Tyagarajan, Honorable Minister for Information Technology and Digital Services, Government of Tamil Nadu, Thiru J. Loganathan, IPS Commissioner of Police, Madurai City. And these gentlemen are accompanied by Mr. B. N. Bhushan, Director, Hockey India. And Hockey India will also present a memento to Thiru Parnivel Tyagarajan. And before that, he will be introduced to the two teams. Again, one of the more industrious, competent personalities in Tamil Nadu, a known figure, especially in these parts, hails from a family of politicians and philanthropists. And there is a statue of the great P.T. Rajan as well, another prominent figure in these parts in Madurai.
There's been some great support for the Junior Men's Hockey World Cup here in Tamil Nadu. The government has truly thrown its weight and support behind this event, which is why it's been really successful.
And also is someone who takes a keen interest in sport. He went to the MIT Sloan School of Management, where he cut his teeth as a student, and he's also taking stock of things, a keen as of course
அமைதியாக நிற்கவும்.
And he's also taking stock of things, a keen lover of sports. Also went to the National Institute of Technology in Tiruchirappalli, not too far from here. Also cut his teeth as an operations and systems improvement consultant.
Well, MIT, NIT, it's completely OMG, right? Such a qualified person here.
Indeed, a man of letters in every sense of the word. And also a very warm welcome to Thiru Loganathan, the Commissioner of Police of the city of Madurai, who is to the right of Mr.
For the national anthem of
Parnivel Tyagarajan.
கொரியா
And now
நாட்டின்
for the
தேசிய
national anthems,
கீதத்திற்காக
we begin with
அனைவரும்
the Korean
எழுந்து
anthem, followed by the
மௌனமாக
Bangladesh one.
நிற்கவும்.
And please remain standing.
Today. Bench alongside Alam, Ashraful Alam. And look,
Hassan shapes up today for Bangladesh.
like Bangladesh, it's the Koreans are, of course, a strong side who produced a terrific Vaidya.
Thank you, Arun. It's a wonderful day here. It's a fourth match. of the day today, and Bangladesh versus Korea. It was one game now that I was really looking forward to since morning.
And look forward, you should, because it's a powerful game between two formidable sides. Bangladesh now looking for a circle entry. They did have a circle entry. Good scoop there. And Rocky Bull was in the prowl. Looking for a backhander. Potentially a goal early in the piece.
Particularly looking forward to the way Rakibul Hassan shapes up today for Bangladesh, because we know how good he was in the previous match. Yes, it was against Oman, who aren't as ranked as highly as the Koreans are. Now that's a good long ball. It's been collected just outside the circle. Kang Tae-wook thunders that in. Bangladesh defense managed to clear that away. But that initial pass was very good towards Kang.
It's a good run along the left. And Korea are capable of this, not just when they have the ball under control, but also against the run of play. Again, taking the aerial route, the long balls. Not trying to get stuck in midfield traffic at the moment. A good triangulation by the Koreans there. Seung-chul Yu trying to get the ball out of harm's way. Amirul has been the leading goal scorer, 12 goals. The man from Faridpur honed his drag flicking technique after watching Harmanpreet as well as Blake Cover.
Some really fantastic stories coming through there. One wonders whether when he was earlier this year in Rajgir, whether he had gotten a chance to play.
We have our esteemed dignitaries, the Honorable Minister for Information Technology and Digital Services, Government of Tamil Nadu, Thiru Palanivel Tyagarajan, and to his right is Thiru J. Loganathan, IPS Commissioner of Police, Madurai City. It's always good to see dignitaries enjoy a sport of hockey after a long, hard day of work. And many of these dignitaries also have a shared passion for the sport, as we have witnessed over the competition's duration over the last couple of weeks. Not just here, but also in Chennai. And again, Bangladesh looking to veer away from those tight spaces. Aman Sharif on that occasion getting a go in the first 11 today.
Now Bangladesh coached well by Siegfried Eichmann, the well-known mentor. There he is, from the Netherlands, has such an enormous passion for the sport of hockey. And of course he's assisted by the coach of the senior men's team, Mosiur Rahman, who's taken his spot up above the grandstand. Interestingly, we've seen some of the coaches who take the spot above on the grandstand stick to one position, but Mosiur Rahman seems to be moving around.
Siegfried Eichmann, of course, is a fabulous coach, and he has some able deputies scanning the ball, scanning the pitch from up above, taking a panoramic view. It's a wonderful pullback, revealing the expansive nature of this Madurai International Hockey Stadium, a new facility that's delighted everyone, right from players to officials.
Trying to power that forward. So a bit of a lukewarm beginning, so to say, to this match. Not for him though. He brings in a lot of energy and passion on the sidelines. Won't be lukewarm near the Korean dugout, to be honest.
Indeed, he's as animated as it comes. As they come, Jung Bin Lim. And so far it's been a hold-for-hold tussle between these two emerging powerhouses in the Asian circuit. And now Bangladesh looking to wriggle their way past a couple of defenders.
Rocky Bull has the ball, passes it back. Thundered into the circle. It had taken the deflection. And Deen Islam was right there waiting for it.
And very, very upset is Jung Min Lim. Expected more of his defenders, and which is why we are able to hear him right up here in the comm box.
We are closer to the dugout on the left, so any coach who's positioned there may as well warn them that we do hear you.
Yes, that side to the right of your screen, in fact, where both the dugouts are situated. And Korea are living a little dangerously by virtue of those long balls, but it's a great smooth bit of passing to Oh Jun Moon. Nice trap there from Kyung Hoo Lee, who is scanning the pitch upwards. There is a man drifting towards the center, but he goes behind.
Now keeping the ball, Kim Dong-yeon has got it. Looking for the good pass forward, but unable to get that. Obidul Joy isn't able to clear it. Korea still in a dangerous position.
Oh, that could have been costly. And again a shot by Gaijin Choi. Just off target. Went for the near post. Could have been a goal against the runner play. Not cleanly struck the first time. And look at what happened thereafter. Just had to redirect. But the man in front couldn't get his stick across in time.
Mahmood Hassan, the goalkeeper, in an attempt to clear it, in fact, ended up giving it to his opponent. Now Bangladesh in the circle, in a good position, denied by the goalkeeper. Rocky Bull with the ball. Stick check, which is why it'll be a free hit out.
Living dangerously are the defenses of both these teams, particularly Korea on this occasion. Good proactive save by Tae-min Son. Just speaking of Siegfried Eichmann, he's really built a career out of coaching unheralded sides. The 66-year-old previously ensured that Japan won its maiden Asian Games gold in 2018, then helped Pakistan secure a bronze in the Sultan Azlan Shah Cup 3 years ago, and then led Oman to a bronze last year at the Hockey Fives World Cup. Thank you. And Korea now getting into the circle, looking for a PC. They will get a PC.
Well, a penalty corner for Korea earned within the first 10 minutes. Came into the circle, easily found the foot of Mohammad Rahman.
I think as usual, Seong-han Son will be there along with the number 32, Seo-won Park.
So it's Son on the first back three and it's Park on the second. Hassan Mahmood facing a test. They go to the captain. Stopped by the postman. Beautifully done. And it is Amirul Islam. He not only scores those penalty corners but is dependable on the back line as well.
Absolutely brilliant. That was all him. Entirely taking the onus, but Korea ensuring that they still have the ball. 3D skills and they score. It didn't come via a penalty corner, but Korea have nevertheless opened their court, and that will put a big smile on Jung Min Lim's face. It's a great backhander, but look at the control that was exhibited by Jeon Young-om.
It is Lee Min-hyuk who has converted it. Good 3D skills, and then on the bounce, he's actually hit it onto the ground, placed it in a way that it beats the goalkeeper.
It's a smart technique, and no surprises there. The player of the match from the Oman game, where he scored 4 goals, he has continued in much the same vein as Lee Min-hyuk, one of the stars of this young Korean outfit.
Lee Min-hyuk had converted penalty corners in that match and had also converted a penalty stroke, as some of our viewers may remember. Now Bangladesh will be pressed into action. They've got the attacking instinct. If you look or you reflect on their performance in this tournament, when you compare it to Korea, they've actually done better comparatively. But it all doesn't count. It all boils down to what you do on the day. That's very well collected. It was Mohammad Hossain. Beg your pardon, it was in fact the captain Mehrab Sameem.
Perhaps Samin now looking for space in the midfield. The back line will be pressed into action. There is, of course, number 17, Amirul Islam, one of their centre backs.
Also the leader on the hero top scorers list. Sameem hits it hard into the circle. There's no one to take that. Ashraful Alam was trying to get into position, but it was hit a little bit too hard. Eichmann doesn't look very worried for the moment. Vastly experienced, not very expressive when compared to the other coaches. Cool as a cucumber, at least on the outside.
A good ball along the right, and I think there was a shout by Aman Sharif. Got a little lucky because of the momentum that was generated by both the players, and ensured that his hand was not close to the inflection point. It's a good run now along the left from Saju, who was also amongst the goal scorers in the previous game. Obed Joy, and he will get a PC, but it's immediately referred to by Korea.
Has to, it looked dangerous.
Hino, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Team referee from Korea. They're asking for danger by the attacker.
Okay, I'll have if there was danger by the attacker.
Thank you.
Hideki Kinoshita will take a look to see if there was a case for the ball being dangerously played. Has certainly lifted up, scooped up by Obidul Joy. And Korea definitely have a case, no doubt. But will the TV umpire Hideki Kinoshita also rule in their favor? Remember, the on-field decision has been a penalty corner. Seung-An Son, the captain, was the one who copped it on his forearm.
He's actually crouched down a little bit.
Saurabh, can you hear me?
Yes, Kino, go ahead.
I have advice for you. There is danger by the attacker, so you can restart with free hit out, and Korea keeps the referral.
Thank you.
Umpire Kinoshita overturns the decision,
Just wait.
presents his advice to umpire Rajput, and Bangladesh won't get a penalty
After that.
corner.
It is a timeout.
I think they've jumped the gun a bit on the free hit out.
Get a ball from there. Yeah.
But a good decision from Kinoshita. Clearly was a raised ball and potentially dangerous as well. And over the last few years, the rule has changed to accommodate a broader definition of what dangerous play constitutes. It isn't necessarily the 18 inches parameter that was there in the days of yore. It's now a more broader ambit, even as Obidul Joy dispossessed by Dong Yeon Kim.
At the outset, it looked a little bit dangerous, to be honest, because of the way he had raised the ball.
Guys, from the right place, please.
They've got a hit from the 23-meter line, a long corner. In good position, the Bangladeshi captain tries to put that in, but the Korean defense, the captain in particular, was alert.
I blew my whistle.
And that's the point that's being made by the umpire. The whistle was blown by Ravdeep Sethi. Along the right now is Yoon Chan Kwon. It's played into the striking circle. But no dice there for Korea on that occasion.
The first 5 minutes of the match, they were quite quite lukewarm, but then it's come alive in the last 6 or 7 minutes. A bit of a scramble between all the players. So, against a few expectations, Korea have gotten the better of Bangladesh in this particular quarter. Bangladesh still have time, of course, to bounce back in this match. They are, of course, one of the contenders for the Challenger Trophy, a trophy that will be awarded to a team that finishes 17th. Remember now, Austria have already qualified for that playoff.
Indeed, there are at least 2-3 teams in with a serious shout, and both these teams should certainly count amongst them. Bangladesh have had a very creditable league stage as well, going down to Australia 3-5. And they, of course, produced a victory against Oman later in the classification stage. And they've given themselves a pretty good account, and that's what the Bangladesh Hockey Federation has been painstakingly making an effort towards. Also painstakingly trying to attract the attention of his charges was Jung Bin Lim on that occasion. It's now Rocky Bull again scanning the pitch upwards. He was mighty impressive in the previous fixture.
These two teams have already played each other earlier in the competition in the group stage. And guess who had scored a hat-trick?
Has to be Amirul Islam, really. He made a habit of it.
And guess who got 2 goals for Korea?
Is it Min Hyuk Lee?
You're right, and the third goal for them came of Son Seung-hoon, the captain, and it was a 3-3 draw. So pretty evenly matched in that first encounter. Moving into the circle, goes for the tomahawk, deflected away by the goalkeeper.
I didn't get a lot of meat on the shot. And now Bangladesh will want to build some momentum. They haven't really had the smoothest time of it in quarter one as Korea go up by 1-0 at the end of the opening quarter. Both the teams throwing punches at each other, but I think Korea being slightly the better of the two sides, as Mahmoud Hassan, the Bangladesh goalie, will walk off. So at the end of quarter one, it's Korea 1, Bangladesh 0.
A lot was expected from this match, Korea-Bangladesh, and after a few lukewarm moments early on, Bangladesh came close on that occasion, but then Korea somehow just stole the initiative. They also came close a few times, but later on, as they moved into the circle, a penalty corner was awarded. The Korean captain was denied on the back line by Amirul Islam, but later Lee Min-hyuk managed to show some great 3D skills.
And then the finishing, absolutely nerveless, was played the ball by Jonium Om. And then not the easiest backhanded wrist flick, but did it so very efficiently. Korea continued to threaten to score with Kyung Chan Cho on that occasion launching a tomahawk. Korea will want more of the same. Jung Bin Lim is not the kind of coach who would take the back seat. There will be no letting up, of course.
Not at all. He always prefers to be in the driver's seat, to be honest. Meanwhile, Coach Eichmann has his own way of pressing his players forward, having a good chat with Obidul Joy and Din Islam.
Islam Deen is another workhorse as far as Bangladesh is concerned, as Korea initiate proceedings in the second quarter. Also a word of appreciation for the technical bench as well, of whom not enough praise is too high, as the timing judge Bishwaranjan Sarangi There is Norazmi Safar, the scoring judge, Nicola Rankin, the technical officer, and Yalu, of course, the reserve umpire. So plenty of credit should go to the entire team of officials who have put in a yeoman job here, even as Siobhan Park is looking for some penetration, but it's Bangladesh who will scamper away with the ball momentarily only. They have the ball now. Rocky will place it a little too wide on the left, and a promising build-up is curtailed.
There's actually a good equation between Rakibul and Obidul Joy in general, and we see how they work up front. He just hit it too well there, and Obidul couldn't get in time towards the ball. Now building from the right. Put that in. Rakibul is threatening.
Good bit of defending. We saw that with Deongyun Kim on the previous occasion. Dispossessing Rocky Bull, but playing the ball straight at Obed. It's a good ball across. It's a nice bit of crossing. Yun Chen Kwan hasn't been able to hold on to it. The Bangladesh Hockey Federation has put in an earnest effort to improve things. Good bit of defending, and once again, Deongyun Kim pressed into service. Then, in fact, Riazul Hassan, the secretary of the Bangladesh Hockey Federation, was in Chennai. He spoke about the team's preparation and how the Indian High Commission in Dhaka, as well as Hockey India, also helped the Bangladesh side in their preparations in ensuring that the travel arrangements went smoothly. And prior to that, they had a 5-month program where they appointed Siegfried Eichmann, overhauled the setup, brought in plenty of fresh blood, and the results are slowly showing.
That was a good block by Amirul Islam. Passes it forward to Rakibul Hassan. Once again, Korea alert to that. It's been a few very hectic months for Bangladesh hockey, so to say, because they were invited for the Asia Cup anyways. Let's come back to this Korea attack. Into the circle, Tomahawk way off target.
I think it just buckled under pressure a bit. Seung Chul Yu was pressured into taking that shot early because he was close down there. And that was a good bit of pressure shown by Aman Sharif, the Bangladesh number 5. Now Aman Sharif trying to build on the left. Is quickly engulfed by two defenders. You hear massive chants of Korea around the crowd, and it's no surprise really, Nishad. They're a very popular side here.
Oh yes, it's because of the cultural connection between India and Korea. Obidul Joy just trying to get that ball in towards the circle. They will get a hit around the 23-meter line. A long corner. The popularity of the Koreans can be, in fact, a long ball now intercepted very well. And these are young children, all the Gen Zs, so to say.
Potentially a few Gen Alphas also might be in the mix, but definitely the contribution of their soft power cannot be ignored. Especially the success of the K-drama and then K-pop, with BTS being a hugely popular band in India as well.
But let's not forget, it all started with the popularity of Gangnam Style way back in 2012.
Indeed, PSY, another eternal favorite with the Indians, still remains incredibly popular number here as Korea tried to take a shot from inside the circle. They have been awarded with a penalty corner, but Bangladesh want to refer this. Randeep Sethi doing the right thing, asking them to approach him directly to spell out what the issue was, but they again walk away from that referral now.
Sometimes it's just adrenaline, almost like a reflex. You test your reflex bone or your funny bone and the way your limbs react. It's a bit like that. And the two batteries, you've got Lee Min-hyuk. This is why it happened. He tried to go for the hit. Lee Min-hyuk and of course, the captain Son Seung-han. These two had scored the last time. They go to Lee, and that's a penalty stroke onto Amirul Islam's body. Now here's a chance for them to go 2-0 up.
And what an opportunity that's come very early in the piece. Was aimed dangerously high, and then Amirul Islam being the last point of obstruction between Kyung-Hoo Lee and the goal, and Mahmoud Hassan will have his task cut out as the Korean number 10 approaches. It's 30, in fact. It's once again Min-Hyuk Lee. Will he bring up goal number 2? He does, and does it so effortlessly. Completely wrong foots the goalkeeper, and then doesn't even bother with a rip-roaring hit. Merely places it top left, and Korea go 2 goals up.
2 goals up. It was hit and thundered towards the left. Mahmoud Hassan had no opportunity. He went the wrong way anyways, and let me tell you an interesting detail as we move ahead here, Arun. In the previous match between these two teams, here in the World Cup, there he is, Lee Min-Hyuk with another goal. Lee Min-Hyuk had scored at the 8th minute and the 17th minute. By the 17th minute, Korea were already 3-0 up. Amirul Islam then scored at the 36th, 46th and 56th minute.
Yeah, it points to when these teams effectively take shape, as a penalty corner now beckons for Bangladesh, and they have a chance to immediately hit back. It's a great opportunity for Bangladesh to put one back, erase the deficit just a wee bit. No prizes for guessing. Amirul, of course, is the first battery. Rocky Bull in the second. And anxious moments for Bangladesh. In fact, they have Hosifa in the second battery.
Should go for Amirul. They do. Amirul gets the goal as expected. It's his 13th goal at the FIH Hockey Men's Junior World Cup. And they are as powerfully hit as he always does.
What a strike. It was a blitzing strike. Completely bet the first and the second rusher. Min-Hyuk Lee, as the pole defender, could just about take evasive action. The goalkeeper, cutting a forlorn figure in the end. Taimin Son just washed the ball thud into the backboard. And what a goal-scoring habit he has created. Amirul Islam has played at the senior level, and Mohammad Hussain is a happy man. Was incredibly nervous ahead of the PC.
Why was he nervous? The man has already hit 12 goals in this tournament, and that's his 13th.
I couldn't understand it either. You've got one of the best track flickers in the tournament, and you really have a strong case to make for him being one of the players of the tournament. And unfortunately, Bangladesh haven't been able to go the distance, but they are still in contention for the Challengers Trophy.
A good long ball in, but Moon Yui-John not able to control that one. That has, of course, brought Bangladesh alive in this contest. Remember, they were trailing 3-0 against Korea in their group game, and they made a comeback from there to level proceedings. And this time they've gotten their first goal even much earlier than they did in that contest.
Just to extrapolate on the point you made a little while earlier about the timings during which the goals are scored, I think it's a broad indication of how these teams operate as well. Bangladesh generally takes some time to settle into a contest, whereas Korea are more gung-ho from the get-go. They're more aggressive at the inception and sometimes can lose steam by virtue of that early steam that they burn out. So, contrasting styles. There's no way to tell which is the more effective of the two. There's different strokes for different folks, and green card now for Korea. It's the Korean number 6, Oi Jun Moon, who will spend a couple of minutes on the bench, as Bangladesh will want to ensure that the numerical superiority bears fruit in fact, as Oi Jun Moon will sit out for a couple of minutes.
This was why the green card was awarded. Bit of obstruction by the looks of things. Now, you were mentioning earlier that Amirul Islam had gotten a contract to play in one of the leagues but couldn't quite go. But looking at his talent, it would serve Bangladesh very well if he goes on to play such tournaments. And of course, it will help overall teamwork as well. The more experience he gets in those leagues, he will bring it back, share it with his teammates as well. That may open the door for some of the other Bangladesh players as well.
Indeed, he was in fact invited to play in the German Bundesliga. But since he also plays for the senior national side, he wasn't able to make his availability for the Bangladesh side. But what a talent he has been already. Amirul Islam also was part of the Bangladesh side that played in the Asian Games last year in Hangzhou, as another circle entry beckons, and they have another penalty corner. And suddenly, just like that, Bangladesh have upped the stakes and are going for another PC.
It's Deen Islam yet again, a man who's responsible for winning them numerous penalty corners, finding the foot of Lee Min-hyuk, the doubles goal scorer from today's encounter. And yes, it's Amirul on battery number 1, and on battery number 2, they've got Hosifa Hossain. Have to back Amirul, have to.
Indeed, but these have been two of their very best. Injection to be supplied by Saju this time. Will they adopt a variation? No, it will be Amirul, and yet again finds the backboard, and it's a resounding slap into the backboard as Bangladesh are well and truly back in the hunt. Goal number 14 for Amirul in the tournament, and what a time has it come at.
You blink and you miss. That's how hard it was hit. Just past the Korean goalkeeper, Son Tae-min. He barely moved his feet. Lee Min-hyuk was there. In fact, it's gone off his pad and into the goal because it was hit that hard. Seriously, Arun, you blink and you'll miss. That's how hard he hits them. I think I saw it after the ball had come out after hitting the board.
Oftentimes the ball ricochets back onto him, and the man from Faridpur practices more than 150 drag flicks every day, and that is after his practice as a defender, mind you. And all that hard work is bearing fruit for Bangladesh.
It's always about repetition, repetition, repetition. Now into the circle. Tries to go for it. It was Mohammad Abdullah, another player with fair bit of experience at the highest level. They've got a long corner, and now it's 2-2. We were just discussing that Bangladesh know how to make a comeback. They've done it before against Korea. Also, Korea are now back to 11 men. And just an illustration for our viewers as to how hard Amirul Islam hits them. When the ball ricochets back into the field of play after hitting the board, but the third of the ball hitting the board can be heard right here through our window in the commentary box.
There's a good chance it might be heard in the neighboring towns of Madurai as well. Such is the ferocity with which he's striking. And that's what's made him a huge crowd favorite. Again, a product of the PKSP in Bangladesh. We will come to that. But before we dwell into it, Korea now mounting another attack. This is already promising to be a goal fest. Has all the makings of an intense thriller. Korea went 2 goals up, but by the time we could go into halftime, Bangladesh have hit back.
We had 2 matches today, Arun, which were tied at 0-0 at halftime. We are 5 minutes away from halftime and it's already 2-2. 4 goals in total. Lots of drama. Korea thunder that in. A crowd goal goes into the goal without a deflection. It was in fact hit in by Kim Dong-jeon.
Jong Jeon Kim has been a very effective man for Korea, the link man between defense and attack. And again, this time assisting in defense is the talismanic Min Hyuk Lee, the goal scorer. Scored both of their goals thus far. Great ball control exhibition, keeping Obed Joy at bay. How much longer can he do it? Because Bangladesh are threatening an incursion. Circle entry, ever so momentarily, they'll have more of the ball. They have more red shirts up front. Perilously close to being a PC, but not the case as a Bangladesh player goes down.
Seems to be in a bit of pain as he rolled over to play and hit that. It was Abidul Joy yet again. He's up on his feet now in position. Play will begin again. Abidul Joy is also one of the players who's played at the highest level. We saw him during the Asia Cup as well. It was Abidul Joy, Rakibul Hassan, Mohammad Abdullah, Amirul Islam. And although they had really backed Ashraful Islam to actually take the penalty corners, the fact that Amirul has really grown in this tournament, that will serve them well, give them another option to back the more senior man.
A lot of credit should also go to the Bangladesh Krida Shikha Pratishthan, the BKSP, which is a feeder system of sorts across sporting disciplines in Bangladesh. A lot of the BKSP products have gone on to represent the country in cricket, football, and now in hockey as well. You see the likes of Rocky Bull and Amirul being notable alumni as Korea make a bounding run into the circle, just about stifled. Steals the ball back. A chance here as it's the number 30 again, Min Hyuk Lee, trying to spoon one past the defenders. A little under 3 minutes left in the first period.
Tries to hit that one in. But the ball will be back for the Bangladeshi team. A lot of these players who had played the Asia Cup got good experience. In fact, Mosiur Rahman, who was the coach, the head coach and being the assistant coach here, they had taken a few brave calls before the Asia Cup, trying to blood in more youth. And it was a team with some good youth and experience. There was the likes of Ashraful Islam, Roman Sarkar, one of their most capped players. He was a part of the unit there. It was a brave call because they also hadn't had a lot of domestic hockey coming into the tournament. So last few months they have been quite busy for Bangladesh hockey.
And they have done well across levels, across competition. The women have been doing very well as well. They won the Under-18 Asia Cup. They won a bronze at the Under-18 Asia Cup. And also what the Bangladesh Hockey Federation is doing very well is to take the game into the hinterland, into venues like Jessore, Rajshahi, Chittagong, Dinajpur and Mymensingh. These are again not traditional hockey centers in Bangladesh, but it's pretty much the Hockey India model really. We're trying to tap into the tier 2, tier 3 towns and cities, see the kind of talent that those places throw up. And we have seen that from places like Ranchi and the adjoining areas. Simdega, for example, in Jharkhand, which has resulted in the growth of players like Salima Tete in the women's level, Sangeeta Kumari. They've all been products of such active scouting. And it is a method that will serve Indian hockey very well.
Now Rakibul into the circle. Will he go for it? Gives it an almighty whack. Not much will come out of that one. Yes, and once again, Hockey India taking the sport to various levels. Earlier, in an earlier era, when you really had to make a mark, you had to go to those traditional centers. That's been stolen across very well by Tanveer Siam. Into the circle. Bangladesh have suddenly come alive and have threatened Korea time and again.
It's really a rhythm thing, like Siegfried Eichmann mentioned at the start of the match, just to make fewer mistakes than the opponent and ensuring that the discipline is ensured. Last few seconds in this opening period as the halftime hooter will finally be upon us. And what a thrilling, riveting opening period with already 4 goals being offered to the fans. Amirul producing 2 for Bangladesh and the number 30 for Korea, ensuring that 2 goals were scored. Min Hyuk Lee contributing for Korea. So at halftime, it's Bangladesh 2, Korea 2. An interesting second half awaits on the other side.
In a contest where we expected excitement, it has delivered at halftime. You've got Bangladesh at 2 goals, Korea at 2, and Amirul Islam and Lee Min Hyuk, the 2 penalty corner experts, making a mark. When the match started, Bangladesh took the initiative early. However, it was Korea who seemed a little bit more attacking and had momentum going their way. They moved into the circle on a number of occasions, and finally when they got the penalty corner, initially they were denied, but in the same passage of play, the ball was played back into the circle, and this time Lee Min Hyuk wasn't of a penalty corner, but he managed to convert it with some great 3D skills, showing his range as a hockey player.
Great use of the wrist and the forearm as well. Not the easiest shot to control. And which is why it was smart to go top down. Hit the ball hard onto the surface so that it could bounce into the net. Then Bangladesh are trying to attack from the right. But it was still a passage of play which Korea dominated. They created opportunities. They made those marauding runs. And it wasn't the easiest of passages for Bangladesh as Minyok converted his second goal via a penalty stroke.
And then Amirul Islam, you can't keep him out for too long. A rocket landing where he intended it to, on the net at the back of the goal. Then awarded another penalty corner, this time off the pad and into the goal. Amirul Islam taking his tally to 14 goals in this competition. Bangladesh then sprung into life. Rakibul Hasan has been one of their important playmakers. So at 2-2, this match promises to be even more exciting in the second half. That's a wonderful picture here. The sun has played hide and seek with the clouds over the last few days. But in twilight, this stadium is looking beautiful and this contest is looking great. 52% possession in favor of Korea, 48 in favor of Bangladesh. 2 shots on target for Bangladesh, both converted, both penalty corners converted. Well, when you've got Amirul Islam, that's what's going to happen.
And they've made a habit of conjuring something of the penalty corners. The Madurai International Hockey Stadium, a brand new jewel in the crown of Hockey India. And a lot of credit should go to the government of Tamil Nadu and the Sport Development Authority of Tamil Nadu for ensuring a grand success of this event, which is truly the country's game. A game that's entwined with the sentiments of the country for over 100 years now. Incidentally, Hockey India has been celebrating 100 years of hockey in the country. And the Challenger Trophy is the latest such jewel in the crown, with the 17th place team in the classification stage to be awarded the trophy. And even as the sun beats down, we take a look at tomorrow's schedule. We have the semi-finals, Spain taking on Argentina, followed by India taking on Germany. But before that, we have a 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th place classification where Belgium, France, Netherlands and New Zealand are all in action. It's a mouth-watering day of high-quality hockey, and the crowds have been fabulous all through this last fortnight.
Yes, and of course, one of the highlights was the match that India played here. But even otherwise, they've really come up to support some good hockey. And you can see that particularly today as well, because there has been a lot of support for Korea because of the cultural links between the two countries. Korea finds a lot of support. And there's Kangean. Kangean is someone who really brings together the love of hockey and local culture, inspired by the Kangeam Kale, which is bred for the sport of Jallikattu. And some of the teams here got a peek into Jallikattu a few days ago. In fact, yesterday.
Yes, indeed. Kangeam is located in not too far from here, close to Tirupur, in fact. But the Kangeam bull is synonymous with the Jallikattu, the bull taming extravaganza that a lot of these teams are privy to. They were treated to a special show of Jallikattu. And Kangean, our beloved mascot, has been a hit with young and old alike. In fact, a couple of days ago, one of the fans had issued Kangean a challenge. Could he do the viral husky step immediately gathered a couple of children around him and ensured that he pulled it off.
Can you do the viral step?
I doubted, Nishad. I really doubted. I have two left feet. But Kangen is a live wire. And it's a packed audience here at the Madurai International Hockey Stadium as we are down to the third quarter action. The second half begins. And brace yourself for more robust hockey, more end-to-end action, and a plethora of goals as well.
I have one word for you. And I just wonder what you will make of it. Shootout.
Oh, I fancy a more decisive result, really. Because the way these teams have played, eventually you back them to put one on top of the other. The real question is, which of these two sides would do it? And they're coming off very impressive performances. Korea handed Egypt a 6-3 defeat. Bangladesh have come off a 13-0 thrashing of Oman. And these two teams, when they met earlier in the league phase, played out a 3-3 draw. So it's anyone's guess, really.
And once again, in that contest, it was Korea who allowed Bangladesh to come back. It's close to the goalkeeper, kicks it away. Got to be more decisive with these clearances.
Again, briskly moving the ball along the right from a near 0-degree angle. It's almost like the calm before the storm as Korea get a long corner.
Collected well, just outside the circle, not quite.
Interesting option, the crossfield scoop for Korea. They're looking to go aerial and watch out for Jung Bin Lim. He is going to be animated. He's been animated all tournament. It's a good ball and Munna Islam will play the ball firmly along the left. They have the circle entry. Won't get a foul. Will Munna Islam, it will just be a long corner.
Bangladesh have got enough men up front. Rocky Bull trying to take it into the circle. He does. Backhander misses. A first decisive shot from Rocky Bull in this match.
And he does fancy the tomahawk. Again, going for the far post, which is perhaps the right thing to do, really, with the goalkeeper guarding the first post. Korea now trying to find a semblance of calm and then take the ball further ahead. It's been riveting end-to-end action for the better part of this fixture, with no clear advantage being meted out to any team. Will we see more of these balls won in the final third, dispossessed in the final third, a goal coming against a run of play? Just about any possibility looks rife. The one certainty really is that man on his screen, Amirul Islam, dispatching a penalty corner whenever he gets his hands on it.
It's 100 on 100 for him in this match. Now Bangladesh. And suddenly, just sense that Bangladesh have a bit of a psychological advantage. Oh, that's a good long ball into the circle. Rakibul Hassan's got it now. A penalty corner. And Amirul is going to march towards the circle to take that one.
Again, there is a sense of inevitability when he takes a penalty corner. Smartly done on that occasion from Rocky Bull.
An early test. The Koreans will look at the clock. It's 11:11. It's said to be good omen. Will it be good omen for Korea or Bangladesh? It's going to be Amirul Islam and Hozifa on the two batteries. Here we go.
And Rocky Bull will be dealing with the halting. And it's Mohammad Hussain with the injection. It's a good halt. It's once again Amirul. This time there's a deflection that takes the ball off target. They want a referral. It looks like another one of those instinctive reactions.
Hello, Kino.
Yes, Ravi, go ahead.
Yes, I've given a long corner. Bangladesh are looking for a back stick in a circle here.
I'll have a look if there's back sticks.
Yes, thank you.
The call for a referral was instantaneous. Back stick. It's a clean halt. And what happened when the rushers were trying to keep the ball down? It's a tough angle to determine things from Dong Yeon Kim. On that occasion, trapping the ball, we will look at every piece of action, and that's the inflection point really. The stick was being twirled around by Dong Yeon Kim. Yeah, there it looks like Bangladesh might have a case.
Ravi, can you hear me?
Yes.
I have advice for you. There was back stick by defender, so you can restart with penalty corner and Bangladesh keeps the referral.
Thank you, Kino.
Very good referral. It looked like Bangladesh were being trigger happy, but it's been a good referral. No change in the batteries. Yet again, it will be Amirul and Josefa
Okay, let's go, guys.
Hussain.
Josefa Hussain
In the goal, please. Come on.
creates a good decoy. He did that during the previous attempt.
But so is Amirul capable of
All right, thank you. Let's go inside.
creating that deception. Will they go with Josefa for a change this time?
On my whistle. Okay.
Well, I would back Amirul. He's got a good record. They go for Amirul. A penalty stroke. This has gone on to hit the postman, and he seems to be in a bit of trouble. That would have hurt.
Well, that's a nasty hit that Min-hyuk Lee, the goal scorer for Korea. He's a very important component. Oh, copped it on the bony part. It's protected, but there are areas that aren't entirely protected. Not the easiest place to defend at the best of times. And now it'll once again be Amirul to step up.
Yes, Amirul Islam now gets a chance to take a penalty stroke, just like Lee Min-hyuk had earlier in the day, and it's from the same end actually. Interesting.
Can Amirul make it 3-2 and also secure his hat-trick? He will secure his hat-trick. It went past the goalkeeper at lightning speed. And yet another hat-trick for the miracle man from Faridpur. Goal number 15 for him in the competition. And he's been a one-man goal-scoring machine for the Bangladeshis.
Let's go, guys.
Goalkeeper going the wrong way, and he just saw the ball come out of the goal. Well, Amirul Islam hits them so hard, and that's his, what, fourth hat-trick in this competition? 4 hat-tricks in a competition, my word.
Mind-blowing, and if you get Siegfried Eichmann to clap for it, then you've done something stupendously special. As Amirul Islam continues to punish opponents. Penalty corner, penalty corner, penalty stroke. He's your man, and it comes to a dead ball. And what a stirring comeback from the Bangladeshis. After being 2 goals adrift, they bounce back, and how?
Just reflects the character of the team there. Now Korea in search of the equalizer. Remember, they were leading 2-0. Now Park Jae-won wants a referral. Umpire Saurabh Rajput has a word with him.
He was not 5 meter. Okay.
5-meter rule.
They have. It was successful for them. Kino, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
It was a play on for me. The defender was 5. They are asking for defender not 5. It is Korea's team referee, please.
Okay. I'll have a look if there was 5 meter.
Now that's the point. When a free hit is taken, the opposing player has to be outside the 5-meter radius. Now the 5 meter is indicative and the umpires implement it.
And also the other thing is, even if
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, Kino, I can.
There's no clear reason to change your decision. You can restart with free hit out, then Korea lose their referral.
Thank you.
Korea now
no
lose
more
their
referrals for you.
referral, and that will be that as far as Korea's referrals are concerned. In fact, Bangladesh protested at the referral earlier, at which point Saurabh Rajput did clarify that their earlier referral had been successful. Hence, the reset of the said referral, but now they don't have any left.
Well, sometimes you also have to look at the referral in terms of a return of investment. Whether it's worth the risk in terms of taking a referral. Because look, if you're pretty sure that you're going to get a penalty corner, go for it. But if it's only something on the periphery, then why risk losing a referral?
And also the other point being that the TV umpire needs overwhelming evidence to overturn the decision on the pitch. So it makes it that much harder unless you have a clear-cut case. Bangladesh are on the surge here. Excellently done by Minyok Lee. Again, shoring up the back line for the Koreans. Ball played back to Bangladesh. Rocky Bull place it back. It's a give and go, gives it
It's okay. That's okay.
Tackle.
away only to get it back himself.
Thanks, Saurabh.
Bangladesh truly have taken control of this match. Now they are leading 3-2. It's the first time in this competition that they are leading Korea. Oh, he's intercepted it very well. Given away though. Maybe a bit of nerves also from the Korean side, because that referral costing them in the sense that they lost the referral, plus the way the ball was given away just a couple of moments ago. Not been the best phase for Korea.
It's just that Amirul has left them a touch rattled with those triple strikes. And now Korea trying to weave their way past the back line. It's a good bit of run from Jaiwon Park, which has given them a penalty corner, a lifeline if you will. And Korea will look to make good on it, but there's a referral from Bangladesh.
Push by defender.
Yep.
Was there a push? That is the question. Amirul took control of the ball. Park Jae-won was the player from Korea trying to take it into the circle.
Yeah, the contention was that there was a push from Bangladesh. Again, a percentage review.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, Kino, I can.
There's no clear reason to change your decision. You can restart with penalty corner and Bangladesh lose their referral.
Thank you.
And the penalty corner stays. Bangladesh, in fact, will now lose their referral. It's Kim Dong-hyun, who's very good off a drag flick situation, is in the first battery. Son Seung-hun is in battery number 2.
So there's no Lee Min-hyuk to take this one. And this is a critical one. If they convert, then of course they will get to equalize. So Son Seung-hyun and Kim Dong-hyun. They go to Kim, and there's the equalizer. Lee Min-hyuk may not be around, but Kim Dong-hyun has turned up. But there's a referral. Hang on.
Kino, can you hear me? For me, it was a back stick of the stopper over on the top of the circle. Can you please check?
So your original decision was goal, right?
It's a free hit.
Free hit to defend. Okay,
Free hit to defenders. Can you please check?
I'll have a look if there's
I
back
have
stick.
any reason to overturn that.
Now, was it stopped outside the circle or inside?
Looks fine on that replay, but they will probably want to ascertain it again. There's no problem with that. Clearly being finished to perfection.
Sarab, can you hear me?
Yes, Dino, I can.
I have advice for you. There is no back stick. Then, however, still during the penalty corner, so you can restart penalty corner.
Okay, so it's a re-penalty corner.
Yes, it was still during penalty corner.
Thank you. It's a PC again.
They will have to retake the penalty corner. Saurabh Rajput, of course, reckoned if there was back stick.
Well, the Koreans are shocked. They've got to do that all over again. And right now they've got Lee Min-hyuk back. So are they going to back him now, Arun? Because he's there and Song-hyun, the captain, is also around. Yes, it's going to be Lee Min-hyuk.
I think they will go with Lee Min-hyuk for sure. And expect another powerful track play. Park Young-seon with injection. It is Lee Min-hyuk, and this time is off target. And Korea will be disappointed with that disallowed goal early on.
Well, this is tough. Lee Min-hyuk was in fact off on the bench by the looks of things, has come on. And then he was allowed to take that one. He's out into play almost immediately. Now this is extremely frustrating from a Korean perspective, because for all practical purposes you thought that, right, we've scored now. We are back in the game, we've equalized, and suddenly it's taken away from you. You have another shot and you miss.
That's really strange how things can turn, and to be fair, it was a terrific strike a little while earlier from Kim Dong-hyun. And then to have that overturned and then have another penalty corner not go your way, these are tough times. But Bangladesh are not too far ahead, and Korea will continue to hope. They will continue to believe. And the captain has to provide them with some form of inspiration. Seung-min Son is one of the calmer heads in the side.
This is also a test of character for Korea, because mustn't let that disappointment cloud your judgment. It is easy to let it sway you into thinking more negative. Now Bangladesh, with all positive intent, moving into the circle. Rakibul. And it's Lee Min-hyuk who has managed to thwart that challenge. Is a long and high ball, collected very well, right in front of us, and great stick work there by the number 7 Park Jae-won. No, he's been stopped.
Bit of a stop-start phase here for both these sides. They have quite some momentum and then they've had to scale back. Bangladesh now, if they can put one more goal against a slightly demoralized opponent, it might stand them in good stead. From 0-2 down, they've produced 3 goals back to back.
Tell you what, this match definitely has one more goal. I don't know which way, but at least one more goal.
Certainly promised to be a goal fest and a thriller and has lived up to the billing. It's a good ball again, taking the scoop along the line, and a good bit of defending there from Bangladesh. Not the cleanest clearance as Korea will come into the circle again. It's the captain now, Mehrab Samin. Very expertly done. It's Wazifa again, one of their more experienced campaigners.
Now Korea trying to move into the circle. Bangladesh have got the men back in their numbers. There's Hosiva. We saw him in Rajgir as well during the Asia Cup. Amirul Islam, interestingly, scored 1 goal at Rajgir, and it was a field goal actually, not a penalty corner. It was Ashraful Islam who scored all the penalty corners for them.
Amirul, in fact, is always at pains to explain that penalty corners is just one part of what he does. It's a good run. It's eventually thwarted. And, again, PTR Parnivel Rajan, the Honorable Minister for Information and Technology, Government of Tamil Nadu, gracing the occasion.
Son, the captain, takes it into the circle, tries to go for it. Amirul Islam, the ever dependable wall. He has often said that his defense is the most important factor of his game, and once again showing why he takes it seriously. One of the Bangladeshi players is down, seems to be a cramp.
Yeah, at first glance didn't seem like an impact injury. These are tough conditions, mind you, because of all the rain that we have had. It's bound to make the pitch a lot heavier, and there's a bit of humidity. And the Honorable Minister for Information and Technology, Government of Tamil Nadu, as also the Digital Services, Thiru Parnivel Thiagarajan, hails from a family of politicians. Also went to the National Institute of Technology, where he has distinguished himself as an academic of some repute. Hosifa Hussain is trudging off the field. It's a big blow for Bangladesh. One of their designated drag flickers, and also a live wire on the pitch.
An important part of the team as well. And there's another dignitary who's joined us today.
There is J. Loganathan, the IPS official and Commissioner of Police, Madurai City. Has had a busy few days, of course, with the extravaganza here at the Madurai City.
We must compliment the police for all their assistance right through, maintaining a secure environment for this tournament, the crowd movement as well. Now, Korea taking the ball forward. That pass, miss hit. Song Jong-sop tried to get that across, but Rakibul Hassan on the counter. Bangladesh have been quick with these into the circle. Now this too seems to have been thwarted by Korea.
Korea again being pushed very wide on the right channel, which is good thinking from Bangladesh. Again deploying their defenders wide, and excellent work from Amirul. And this is something he doesn't get a lot of credit for, as it becomes an I am there, I was there moment for all the fans here at the Madurai International Hockey Stadium. Korea are sprinting across the turf, the length and breadth of it. Not always finding a great deal of success. A chance here has not really come to fruition as Bangladesh recover possession.
Try to scoop that out. Rocky Bull collects it. Again, a scramble. There's just so much happening. You can see with the ball around, there are so many men around it as well. And it's happening on both ends. There's Siegfried Eichmann, the coach of Bangladesh. And you can't gauge a lot from his facial expression. Generally a very happy man, but I'm sure he'll be delighted with the way the team has bounced back here.
But he's a very phlegmatic customer as well. He's not going to betray any emotions one way or the other, which is a good thing. I mean, a lot of emotions betrayed on the pitch, be it elation, be it disgust, be it anger, by way of yelling and shouting, or by way of positive chants of encouragement. That is one way to go, but maintaining equipoise, that is quite another. And that's why the Bangladesh Hockey Federation believes that under someone like Eichmann, this generation of players is here to stay. And it's something that our very own fellow co-commentator Siddharth Pandey echoed as well. He coached the Abahani Dhaka club side earlier this year, and he has a lot of praise for them, even as Korea now eke out a penalty corner against the run of play.
Now, the last passage of play where they won penalty corners didn't yield fruit. This time moving into the circle, that penalty